Okay, let's dive right in. You've got this amazing, brilliant AI idea, but where do you actually build it? Do you reach for your phone, pop open a browser tab, or do you need a full-blown desktop app? This choice can seriously make or break your whole creative process. So today, we're going to figure it out.
This is the classic creator's dilemma, right? You're all fired up, ready to go, but then you're stuck thinking, am I going for speed, sheer power, or just convenience? Well, here's the good news. You actually don't have to choose just one. Let's break down how each of these platforms is really built for a different part of your creative journey.
All right, first up, mobile, the tool you literally have with you all the time. Now, the Cliprise mobile app, it's not just a tiny version of the desktop one. A much better way to think about it is as your personal idea sketchbook. It's always there, ready for that lightning bolt of inspiration.
Just look at this. It doesn't matter if you're on Android or iOS, you've got this whole AI creative studio just sitting in your pocket. That's what mobile is all about. It's that immediacy. It's about grabbing that fleeting thought and turning it into a real concept before that spark disappears.
So when do you actually use mobile? Well, it's absolutely perfect for ideation on the move. You're on the bus, a killer prompt pops into your head, bam, you can test it right there. It's for when you're traveling and still want to create, or when you just have to capture that random moment of genius. Oh, and it's also super handy for just checking in on the status of a big render you left running back at your desk. Okay, so from the sketchbook, let's talk about the web. If your phone is for capturing the idea, think of the web platform as your universal command center. It's really the flexible bridge that connects everything together. And what's the biggest superpower of the web app? No install needed. One click and boom, you have access to every single one of those 47+ AI models. It's the full power studio on literally any computer, anywhere you happen to be. This is where the web platform really shines. Quick access, sitting down at a real keyboard for some easy brainstorming, it's great for that. And it has this one killer feature, the PWA, or Progressive Web App. You can basically install it right to your dock so it feels like a native app, but without the big download. It's just the ultimate flexible option. Okay, but what happens when it's time to get serious? Like really serious? Well, that's when you turn to the desktop app. And let's be clear, this isn't just another door into Cliprise. This is the production powerhouse. This is the tool built for the heavy lifting, the professional grade work.
The desktop app was built for a very specific reason: to get around the problems you sometimes face in a web browser. Browsers can get bogged down with memory issues, right? Or they need a refresh during a super long job. The desktop app is all about rock-solid stability, making sure those marathon creative sessions just work.
Yep. This is for the power users out there. I'm talking about cranking out hundreds of mockups for a client in one go, running these complex, long video pipelines, or chaining different models together. If you're a freelancer, or you work at an agency, or honestly, if you're just anyone doing more than 30+ generations a day, that stable, local queue on the desktop app is an absolute game changer.
And this chart here, it lays it all out perfectly. Think about it. You're trying to generate a long video in your browser. You might find yourself having to hit refresh every 5 or 10 minutes just to keep it alive. But on desktop, you've got a stable local queue. You can see the status in real time. It's the same story with batch editing. The desktop app just handles memory so much better, so you avoid those super frustrating browser crashes.
So which one is it? Mobile, web, desktop? The real answer is, it's a trick question. It's all of them. These platforms aren't supposed to compete with each other. They're designed to work together. The real solution here is building your own hybrid workflow. And a hybrid workflow, that's more than just a cool buzzword. It's a professional way of thinking. It means you stop seeing these as separate choices and start seeing them as a complete toolkit, where each tool has a special job. You just move smoothly between them to get things done in the most efficient way. It's not about picking your favorite. It's about designing a process that's tough, flexible, and seriously powerful.
Okay, let's make this a bit more concrete. Picture a creator who travels a lot. They're out on location, and they use the mobile app to quickly test out a few ideas. Then, later that day, back at the hotel, they pop open their laptop, jump on the web platform, and start refining those concepts. See? It's a perfect, seamless handoff.
And this whole idea scales up beautifully for teams, too. Think about an agency. They can set up a dedicated machine to run huge batch jobs overnight using the desktop app stability. Then, the next morning, the whole team, no matter where they are, can just log into the web app to review, comment, and collaborate on everything that was generated. It separates the heavy-duty rendering from the creative feedback loop. It just makes the entire team so much more efficient.
So how do you actually do this? All right, here's a pro tip for you, and this will save you a ton of time and credits. Use what's called the image-first pipeline. Instead of just burning through your expensive video credits trying to get a prompt just right, start with an image model. Nail your style, get the composition perfect in that still image first. Once that image is perfect, upscale it, and only then do you bring it into a video model to animate. It is so much faster, way cheaper, and you have way more creative control.
All right, let's wrap this all up. Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet. Mobile, that's your quick idea machine when you're on the move. The web, that's your universal key, giving you access from any device. And desktop, that's your workhorse, delivering that rock-solid stability for the big, professional jobs. Each one has its own special purpose.
So in the end, the question really isn't which platform is the best. The real question is, what's the best workflow for my specific project? Now that you know the unique strengths of each tool in the toolkit, you can stop just picking one and start designing your process, crafting a workflow that's just as unique and creative as your ideas. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build first?